All right, let's get an update here. We had some weekend drama going on. It was they were leaving their 17-year-old at home, and they were wondering what to do with the liquor cabinet.
Yeah, so this was Janet and her husband's first vacation solo since her daughter was born. Her daughter's 17 now, and they're planning on leaving her home alone, and she's starting to feel a little nervous about it because despite the fact that her daughter is a pretty good kid and, has good friends, she's not like the straight-laced kind of student. You know what I mean? She's got into trouble here and there. She's a little shady, but she's not like a disrespectful kid. She just isn't the type of person to completely follow the rules. So now she's thinking, okay, if I'm going to leave her at home for 2 nights and I've got all this liquor hanging around my house, I should probably lock it up. So she's in the middle of trying to decide whether or not she should buy this lock because her husband thinks that she's overreacting and this is just being way overprotective for no reason. But she thinks she's just preparing for worst case scenario because the last thing she wants to happen is for her daughter to maybe get drunk for the first time while she's not there, or heaven forbid, bring a bunch of kids over and have them get drunk at the house too.
Heaven forbid.
Heaven forbid.
Hi, Bert Show. I took most of your advice. I kept thinking about what Kristen said. Sure, teenagers are going to try their hardest to get alcohol and probably succeed a lot of the time, but I didn't want to make it easy for my daughter to drink. So I went ahead and added the lock to the liquor cabinet. I tried to do it discreetly, and I'm not sure if she even realized I had done it by the time we left. Frankly, it made all the difference on my vacation. I was able to relax and really enjoy my alone time with my husband. It was fun enjoying an adult beverage on the beach, knowing that my daughter was at home having at least a little harder time doing the same. The 2 nights flew by, and we were driving back home before I knew it. When we made it back to the house, I won't lie, I was nervous. I've been texting back and forth with my daughter like normal the entire weekend, but you never know what a kid can get up to. I was relieved to walk into my house just the way I left it. Everything was neat and tidy, the lock on the cabinet unharmed, and my daughter was sitting on the couch, seemingly without a hangover. I thought I had made the right decision and that everything had gone so perfectly up until 5 minutes before I started writing you this email. While I had locked up the liquor cabinet, I had completely forgotten about the garage fridge. We normally don't keep any alcohol in there, so it totally escaped me to check it. If I had, I would have remembered the handle of Costco vodka we've had sitting in the back of the freezer for God knows how long.
Oh, that's a lot. That's a challenge. You get your 17-year-old friends over, that's a challenge.
Since we had just come back from vacation, I went to the back freezer to grab some frozen food to heat up, but instead of pizza, I found a bottle of vodka slightly tucked away in the back like someone who tried to hide it. I grabbed it, and guess what? It was completely full of ice.
What?
This fool had found the handle of vodka, drunk quite a bit of it with her friends, filled back the rest with water,
Put it in the freezer.
and stuffed it back in the freezer, hoping I wouldn't notice.
That's great.
So this is why you got to pay attention in science, peeps, because
Facts.
vodka doesn't freeze. Water does. Obviously, she's grounded, and I may have to speak with her biology teacher about this startling level of ignorance she's demonstrated. But it did give me a good laugh, and I'm glad she's safe and sound. Thank you again for all your help, Janet.
The Bert Show.